Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I hope you guys are doing fantastic out there. I've got an interesting video for you today. We're going to talk about Thrunite today, and we're going to compare a couple different models. We're going to compare the model T1 here on the left to the model T1S here on the right. Now to get started, let's take a look at the price. Current pricing at the time of me filming this video that you can purchase this for the T1 is $33.95. Now if you look at the T1S, the current pricing is $39.95. So a little bit more expensive, but the price is pretty close. Now operating the lights is a little bit different. If we look at the model T1, this one has a ramping function, so you can go pretty much infinity from Firefly all the way up to turbo. Now on the T1S, it's got stage, it's got mode spacing, so you have from Firefly, you got your typical low, medium, high, and then turbo. Of course, both of these lights have a strobe function. But let's start with the lowest setting possible on these lights. We're going to look at the T1 here. Firefly is half of a lumen, and on this light, it will last for 12 days of runtime. Now, if we look over here at the T1S, we have the exact same brightness of half a lumen, but more than double the runtime. We get 27 days of runtime on Firefly. So I definitely got to pick the T1S when it comes to Firefly. Now let's talk about low. Low on the model T1 is 15 lumens. That'll last 35 hours. That's 1.45 days. Now if we look at low on the T1S, we're looking at 7 lumens for 44 hours or 1.83 days. Now, me personally, I'm going to go with the T1 on low. I think that's twice as bright and pretty good runtime, 1.45 days. So personally, I'm going with the T1 on low. Now, medium, you can go anywhere with medium, but I'm going to go with the T1S because it's got a mode space of 94 lumens. That'll last 5.5 hours. Now, let's talk about high. Both lights have high. On the T1, you're dealing with 685 lumens. That'll last 65 minutes or 1.08 hours. Now, if you come over here to the T1S, you've got 407 lumens for 80 minutes or 1.33 hours. So me personally, I'm gonna go with the T1. It's a little bit brighter and the runtime is still over an hour, 685 lumens. Now let's talk about turbo. Big difference here on turbo. This T1, the turbo is 1500 lumens. Very bright. That's for 3 minutes. And then it steps down to prevent overheating down to 408 lumens for 52 minutes of runtime. Now, the turbo on the T1S is a little bit lower. It's 1212 lumens, but they've made it 5 minutes before step down. To me, that's a significant change. Then it goes down to 317 lumens for an additional 70 minutes. That's 1.16 hours. So me personally, I'm going to go with the T1S on turbo. Now let's talk about strobe. Big differences between these lights on strobe. The T1 has 550 lumens for 2 hours. The T1S, listen to this, more than double. So we're looking at 1080 for 157 minutes. That's 2.61 hours. I'm gonna go with the T1S when it comes to strobe. Both lights are a wash on impact resistant. They're both impact resistant down to 1.5 meters. They're both IPX8 waterproof down to 2 meters. Now the candela rating on the T1 is 2600 candela. The T1S is 8640 candela. That is significantly higher. So I'm definitely going with the T1S on candela. Now on the battery department, it's a wash. I think both batteries are the same. They are 18350 cells and they both have a capacity of 1100 milliamp hour. Now the LEDs are much, much different. We got the Cree XHP50 LED on the T1, and then on the T1S, we're looking at the SST40 LED. Personally, Cree LEDs are good, but I like the SST40 because it's given us tremendous run times and still very good brightness levels. So the lockout function on both of these, the T1 takes 3 seconds from Firefly to lock the light out, and the T1S takes 2 seconds from Firefly to lock the light out. Not that big of a difference, but we're dealing with the second faster to lock the light out, so I'm going to go with the T1S on that. Now the weight of the lights on the T1, we're dealing with 1.59 ounces, and on the T1S, a little bit lighter, 1.46 ounces. So obviously I'm going to go with the lighter light with the T1S here. Now the T1 has a ramping function with the memory, and there's also mode spacing here with the memory on the T1S. So it's kind of a wash when it comes to memory. They don't remember Firefly, they don't remember Turbo, and they don't remember Strobe. So pretty much anything other than that within the spectrum, they will remember. So it's kind of a wash there. Now the dimensions are pretty much identical. 2.74 inches long, 1.04 at the head of the light, and 0.87 inches is the diameter of the body of the light. So it's a wash on both lights. Now they have, both of these lights have a tail cap magnet, and they're both very strong. The magnets, I can't see a difference at all. Now the lens, you can see the lens is a lot different. On the T1, we're dealing with a glass lens. We have a eggshell reflector, very nice, I like that. And then on the T1S, we have the T1R, the total luminance optical lens. I like that. But honestly, I like glass and I like this stainless steel ring. I just like the lens and the setup on the T1 better. The charging is a significant difference. We are dealing with micro USB on the Model T1, and we're dealing with USB-C on the T1S. So hands down, I'm going to go with the T1S. That is just a faster charging system. You don't have to worry about if the cable's plugged in oriented correctly. USB-C can plug in upside down or right side up. It doesn't really matter. Now the distance of throw that you get on Turbo with the T1 is 102 meters, and the T1S you get 184 meters of throw. So we're gaining 82 meters of throw more than the T1. So the T1S definitely has more throw. We're going with that. So folks, that's really all I have for you in this video. Those are the major differences between these two lights. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to leave comments down below. I'll put links in the description box down below where you can find these lights. Hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you then. Bye for now.